Farhat Ziadeh arrived in Seattle in 1966, already an accomplished scholar of Islamic law and lawyer. His arrival marked the dawn of a new era at the University of Washington.
At the time of his arrival, there were only a few classes about Islamic philosophy. Not much about the history of Near East or culture of Near East. So he started from the scratch with Nicholas Hare in order to establish a department, in fact, to establish a new department which started in 1970 at the University of Washington, Near Eastern Languages and Civilization.
He was a leading scholar in his field. He was a very well-known national figure as well as a beloved professor on this campus.
People usually speak of the Judeo-Christian culture. To my mind, they should be speaking of the Judeo-Christian Muslim culture.
He was instrumental in founding the department here, selflessly working for hours, not just for in the department, to make it a nationally ranked department, one that's highly respected. But he also worked on the Middle East Center.
A graduate of Princeton, Ziadeh was one of 50 founding members of the Middle East Studies Association. In 1980, he served as president, and in 1997 was awarded the prestigious Mesa Mentoring Award.
It's the sine qua non of the place to go to present, and he was deeply involved in helping the board of the Middle East Center continue after his retirement. But you can't minimize how much work he did at the beginning to found it.
A mentor to students and colleagues alike, Ziadeh shared his personal thirst for learning with all.
He used to call himself as the last Ottoman because he was born in 1917 during the end of the last year of the empire, Ottoman Empire. He was an elegant man with his language, with his actions. He became a model for our students and for his colleagues as well, for me at least, how a scholar should be, how a teacher should be.
He was a caring teacher. He was an incredibly helpful. He would spend hours with his students. I think that in the class I took with him, there were only like 4 of us. But he spent literally hours and would make time for us if we wanted to talk to him.
One of the things I remember most keenly about him was that he asked to sit in on one of my courses. So this was in the early 1990s. It was a course designed for students who had enough Hebrew skills to read the text in the original and then also to carry on discussions in Hebrew. So he wanted to improve his Hebrew skills, and he was a very good student, which I don't think would surprise anybody, but he was very modest about his knowledge.
Scholar, teacher, mentor, author. For decades, his Arabic textbook remained in use by Middle East scholars everywhere.
Shaking their hips and doing all.
Farhat Ziadeh's legacy at the University of Washington and the world lives on.
His legacy is establishing Arabic language teaching in the United States as a professional field. Second, his research on Islamic law and laying the foundations of the study of Islamic law in the United States and the world. But these are his scholarly legacy.
Thank you very much, Professor Ziadeh.
His legacy as a teacher is establishing Near Eastern Languages and Civilization as a department at the University of Washington and adding to the diversity of the university with his personality as well as his impeccable knowledge. I think I would fall short of words to thank him, but I would hold his hand, look into his eyes, which he would be welcoming, and smile and say, "Thank you, Farhat. Thank you for all those that you have given us, our students."